Hi everybody, welcome back to DLD Drum School. We're making fantastic progress here. In the previous video, we had a look at the 4 most common beginner rhythms. Each one's got their own application, and where we left off there was to get used to the rule of 4, where you can play 4 of each one in a row. Well, in this video, we're going to take that a stage further. We're going to now look at linking these 4 rhythms together to create some really cool combinations. So let's just have a recap of those 4 rhythms that we've got. Rhythm 1, nice and simple with a dance feel. 2, 3, 4. Rhythm number 2, we're building on that, we're expanding that bass drum on beat number 3 into a quaver pair, gives it more of a slightly lively and more rock feel. We've had a look at rhythm number 3, where we're shifting those 2 bass drums basically half a beat forward, and it gives it more of a kind of pop rock kind of hybrid feel. And then we really pushed ourselves and we went into rhythm number 4. It's the hardest one on the sheet because it's a little bit of a tongue twister. 4 bars of that. So that's where we left off, and what we're going to do now is start to combine these into combinations, which gives us that variety, gives us a bit more versatility. So we're going to look at our first combination here, and the first one we're going to do, you can do these in any order you like, by the way, but we're going to start out by doing 2 bars of rhythm 1, transitioning, changing into 2 bars of rhythm 3. Now you know that you can do rhythm 1, you've already done it. And you know you can do rhythm 3. So that's not the challenge. The challenge is the bit in the middle. It's the transition. Golden rule number 4, which is transitions. It's so much about controlling the brain and managing the change. Change is the hardest thing in drumming. So 2 bars of 1, 2 bars of 3, and the challenge is that bit in the middle. So I'm going to demonstrate this for you now, but whilst I am playing my first 2 bars, I'm allowing my brain just to plan ahead, anticipate and get ready for the change so I have a smooth transition. If you find this a little bit challenging, remember the gap technique. So you're going to do 2 of the first bar, a little bit of a gap, only when you feel comfortable in here, then you do 2 bars of rhythm 3, okay? And gently close that gap until you bring it together. If you can do it in one go, great. If you struggle, introduce the gap. I'm going to demonstrate with the gap first of all, and then I'm going to show you the 4 bars all together. So 2 bars of 1. Now I stay in position, and I'm just now planning and reading and thinking about 3, waiting for my brain to feel comfortable about this transition, and then I'm going to do the next 2 bars. I felt good about that, so I'm going to reduce the gap, a much smaller gap now. And when you get to this stage, just close that gap, get the smooth transition jumping from rhythm 1 into rhythm 3 across that bar 2 and 3. 3, 4. Here's the transition. So it's quite tricky, but if you notice there, first 2 bars, and I'm planning and getting ready for the transition before it comes, so my mind is already where I need it to be, and based on this idea of no surprises. I was ready for what was coming and I smoothly changed. Let's have a look now at a different combination. We're going to do 2 bars of rhythm 2 now, again on your screen, going into 2 bars of rhythm 3. I'm going to do a small gap first. Transition into rhythm 3, I feel good. Now these two bars are very, very, very similar. So we talk about that back of the brain that wants to pull you in different directions. These are probably the two that are the most challenging because they're the most similar. You know what to do, just reduce the gap, reduce the gap. Let me show you this with the backing track. 3, 4. Here's the transition. Now at this stage, you might just want to pause the video, get familiar with that. The next thing that we're going to do, exactly the same, but we're going to bring in rhythm 4. It's the most difficult one. 2 bars of 3 going into 2 bars of 4. Exactly the same approach. And this approach, by the way, it doesn't matter what level we are, managing transitions, managing change, it's always the same. Get used to the bit at the front, get used to the bit at the end, manage that transition in between, and slowly but surely reduce the gap so that they become nicely welded together. 2 bars of 3, 2 bars of 4. Here comes that transition. And we're going to do one more of these because listen, in your own time, you can just set your own challenges. Just write them down on a piece of paper. I'm going to do a 2 and a 3 and a 2 and a 4, whatever you want it to be. I'm going to show you one more. We're going to use all 4 rhythms, rhythm 1 into 2, into 3, into 4. This is more difficult now because I've only got 1 bar for me to think and plan about the next transition. So there's a lot coming at me, but if we just use the same approach, I'm going to use gaps first of all, then I'm going to weld them together. So here we go with the gaps, rhythm 1. Go into rhythm 2 when I feel good. Into rhythm 3. And then I visualize and get ready for rhythm 4. In a real life situation, we probably wouldn't be changing rhythms so quickly. So this is more really of a technical exercise than a type of rhythm that you can apply. But it's great. It stretches us and it reminds us to kind of really keep focusing on those transitions. So I'll put those together now. 1, 2, 3, and 4 without the gap. 3, 4. Sounds great. It sounds fun. And as I say, you can mix these up in so many different ways to make them really come alive. Remember the difference between practice mode and performance mode. In practice mode, do whatever you like. Mix it up, make all sorts of crazy mistakes. When we go into performance mode, golden rule number 3 is so important, which is to make sure our drumming fits in. It's so easy for a drummer to not fit in. I've seen that so many times where we kind of accidentally dominate the music and dominate the situation. As always, build it up in performance mode. Remember the 6 golden rules of drumming to bring it all together. Building up towards playing to 1 backing tracks, we've got links down in the comments below, and suggested songs. Anything you like that's got a good beat and a good tempo, have lots and lots of fun. So if you've got this far in this video, you have done a really, really good job, because we've jumped from learning rhythms 1, 2, 3, and 4, integrated them together with all these transitions. You are really making fantastic steps. As always, please do just give us a like and a subscribe. If you haven't clicked already, please do, because it really, really helps us and helps us to get these lessons out to as many drummers as we possibly can. So keep on practicing, keep on enjoying your drumming, and remember, everything you do, always do it like a drummer. We'll see you in the next video.